So the last part of this application is going to be using is all about the financials. And this is where you would get your financial template. You would download this as well as the W-9 form and then attach them to your application. So this next part is something that is really important to your application is the amount of funding grant funding that you're requesting. This is directly related to the amount of match that you've been able to come up with. Because this is a grant, everybody needs to use some kind of match, either a cash match or an in-kind match that they're going to be contributing to the business. Now the maximum amount that you can request is $14,000. But if you can only find a match for up to like $5,000, that's what you would request. This is where you would say that you're requesting $5,000 or $14,000, and then you would go into the details of what you're going to be using. If you already have a budget developed on an Excel sheet or a Word document, you could attach that as well. But elaborate here. I'm going to use $14,000 to buy 3 ovens. These are going to increase my capacity. I'll be able to make more for cheaper. More pies for less cost. It'll be way more efficient. It'll increase my efficiency. Things that are going to make your business better, whether you're expanding as an existing business or you're starting up as a new business. This is the area, the next section is where you're going to talk about cash match if this is what you have. This can be cash in the bank. This can be a loan, a business loan. And this is where you would discuss this match. I got a loan from my bank for $10,000, and then I have $4,000 in cash that I'm using to match this loan or this grant for. The next section is for the matching. If you have in-kind matching funds, in-kind is anything that of value that you are contributing to your business. Is it your inventory? Is it your equipment? Is it your supplies? Is it your tools? Is it vehicles? What is it that you are putting into the business that isn't necessarily cash, but are items of value that you already own? So you would want to discuss those, and then any documentation on backing that up, you would attach to the end of the application. You would attach it here to the upload matching funds verification. The next section is sales revenue. These are definitely directly related to the managing your money financial workbook. This is the one that I just showed you where to download it higher up on the guidelines. The sources and uses. I'm going to go over this section and then we'll go back to the submittable application. Sources and uses, basically it's what you got coming in, what you're putting into the business, and then the bottom section is where you're going to be spending that money. This is the investment of cash by owner, equity. This is not only your cash match, but the grant as well. And then if you don't have the cash match, you have the in-kind match or a combination, you would put the values in here. And then if you do have a bank loan, a business loan to match this grant, that's where else you'd put in there. And then you'd outline the uses, break them out for land, building, equipment, inventory, building, vehicles, non-cash assets. This is where you put this value, the investment of non-cash, you'll put the same value here. And then working capital is basically like the cash you have set aside to purchase inventory, to pay your rental space, to pay your phone bill, your business at business expenses, your business bills, and then just make sure that these numbers match up. I don't know why I did that. The next tab is the Modernization tab. This is basically if you have a business loan, or this is where you would put the information. This also fills out so this is like a business loan of $5,000, interest rate of 6.9% in 5 years, and then you have like 12 payments a year if it's a monthly. It breaks your payment down to $98. That would be nice. Then this is the cash flow. If you, well, sometimes the payment goes down here, but I don't think it's going in there right now. If I do put anything in my sources and uses tab, let's say this is 10,000, because I have cash match, and then I have 4,000 equipment, what you call it, match. Well, let's say I have a loan, $5,000. Let's say that is matching 5, and then I have another 5 here. So yeah, that's 14. Because you put in 5 of your own. And I'm going to be using, I already have this as my non-cash, so that's 5,000. Or 4,000. And then working capital, buy some equipment, and buy 10,000 of equipment. I'm just making it easy. Your numbers may vary wildly. And then $5,000. My loan is for working capital, but I'm using the grant to buy equipment. And go here to the cash flow, and it has already inserted this info for you. And capital purchases, there we are. Now say I do the good thing with this cash flow thing is it all the cells and whatnot are linked, so that when you start entering information into the cash flow month by month, your income statement and balance sheets also fill out. I don't have anything in there, so it's not going to do anything in the income statement. But so, for example, I'm going to be selling my pies for $14 a piece. I'm going to be selling 20 a day. I'm open 7 days a week, and there's 4 weeks in a month. So that's how much I expect to make with my pies. And these change too, so go for change that. And then I have muffins. Went too far. Okay, so I'm going to sell my muffins for $2 a piece. I'm going to sell 50 a day. I'm going to be open 7 days a week, and that's 4 weeks in a month. And this is after I get the loan. So before, the grant. Before, I could only sell and make like 10 pies. So I'm doubling my capacity. As for my muffins, I could only do 25. So that's a way that you can show that your capacity will increase. There's also a section on the application that has your actual cash. I don't like it when it does that. I'm just dragging and copying it. I'm sure my businesses would be way more seasonal. Like during my November, when everybody wants pumpkin pies, I'd sell way more pies. And then during, I don't know, maybe I'll have like a Crow Fair sale or something. Given that this is related, I would definitely, my costs of my pies are $7. Oops, not 17. I wouldn't have a business if I couldn't make a profit off of my pies. And then this is my other one. And my cost to make my are 50 cents. So oops. That cell is protected. You cannot copy to it. Now with my increase here, I believe I said 50. And it's not going to be 7 anymore. It's going to be 5. And then my cost to make will be cheaper, or still that cheap, but no, it's 20. Okay, so there's that. Use this assumptions page as detailed as you can. Gross receipts. I sell 20 pies a day at $15 each. Oh, and I sell 50 pies at $2 each, and then it costs me $5. So just go into this as detailed as you can. Okay. Pies. I said pies instead of muffins. All right, we'll leave that. So now you go over here and you look at income statement, and now there's some information here. This just come from the amortization table, this interest. Then the balance sheet is as well, not for year 2 and 3 because I haven't put anything in here. And my goal is to increase my sales by let's say 5%. So 105% of what I've been selling it at. There we go. So it'll fill into year 2 now. but I don't have everything in there. So these are where your sales are going to be, as some of these two numbers. And okay, it's going to highlight it for me though. Yeah, so this is your sales for the year right here. And then this is your sales for year 2, and then your sales for year 3. And then this is your cash position, which is kind of like a balancing your checkbook, or you're balancing your bank. So you would go to your application, make sure you save that as a different file, because it's a protected file. So here's your actual sales revenue. This is the finance section. This is your sales revenue from your actual past. You would want to attach like either a copy of your taxes, or a copy of your receipt books, or some kind of documentation. And then here is your projected sales. This is for all you startups, so you would put something here, but not necessarily here. And then you'd upload your cash projections from Census. You'd take and copy this financial workbook. You would save it as your own. I'd save it as my business name, Pies and Sweets, and Yolanda Good Voice, and I'd put a date on it. And then I'd attach it here. And then, like I said, you need your financial statements. These are your income taxes, your tax returns, your maybe you have a QuickBooks printout you can attach as a PDF, or maybe you keep track of it on pen and paper, and you can take a snapshot of that and attach it here. And then anything else that pertains to your application that you weren't able to attach, like say you have a contract, say you have a rental agreement, something that's going to make the case for your business, you may want to attach it here. Anything that you think is going to make it stronger, anything that you think that a bank would ask for, you'd want to attach that. Even photos, say you already have a storefront, you'd want photos of that, or your pictures of you selling your items. These are what you'd want to attach. And as you go, save your draft here. I think it automatically already saves, but it's better to be safe than sorry. So save that there, and then submit when you're ready. And sometimes you might not be ready, but just submit it anyway. And then Phil will get in contact with you and see, let you know what else you need to submit to him. And we'll just, he'll just go from there. He's really, really good to work with. So this has been Yolanda Good Voice. Thank you for bearing with me as I went through and learned how to do my first YouTube instructional videos. I hope you have, I wish you luck, and if you have any questions, contact me, Facebook, email, text, call, and have a good day.